Hello everyone, and welcome to another video that I'm doing, and this one's going to be a fuel mileage haul test on my 2021 Toyota Tundra. I have to tow a 1961 Corvette that you see there. That's a project car, down to Vancouver and come back empty. So I just topped off with gas. I have less than a mile from the gas station to here empty. What we're gonna have to do is load up some totes. It is a dry weight vehicle, there's no fluids in it. And there it is, Project 61 Corvette dual quad car. We have had an unfortunate experience with this car. It's kind of been stuck at a shop that we pretty much took it in this shape. They had to fix a couple things, put in the windshield and dash pad and dash because we couldn't figure that out. Don't mind the Oldsmobile steering wheel, that's just to maneuver the vehicle around. But unfortunately, as you can tell by the dust on the bins and stuff, I've wiped the car down. The car is kind of in worse shape than when we left it at the shop, and that gentleman had it at the shop for 11 years. We didn't have the know-how to put the windshield stuff in. It was somebody that we trusted, somebody that we thought could do the job and is known for restoring Corvettes. He claims he had employee issues, never had somebody with tech knowledge enough to do it without really messing it up. They fixed a couple things too that were wrong with the car. We had damaged the lower front valance down there and some other stuff. But we gave him quite a bit of money to do really very little. And not only that, they nicked things like this. And they put some scratches in it. The paint is in worse shape than it was when it went. It was freshly painted. The chrome bumpers were brand new and now they're all scratched up here. And it's stuff, I guess, that happens in a shop over 11 years, which is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna load all that up. I'm gonna hook it up to my truck. I bought the last of the dinosaurs. Right, maybe one of the last great trucks Toyota makes. I'm not saying the new one ain't great, but I know this one's old, but the 5.7 is pretty dead reliable. They're comfortable. People claim they suck on fuel mileage. That may be true compared to what you drive, like a low EcoBoost or a twin turbo V6 maybe around town. But for, if you want to compare to me, apples and apples, a over 5 liter displacement V8 half-ton pickup that can tow 10,000 pounds, I believe this is a great truck. I average around town 15 miles a gallon. That's pretty much just empty, hauling my kids back and forth to school, coming to work. I do have a little slip-in truck box. I got that. It was cheap. It was on Craigslist, and I bet if I took the rubber mat out, it would sit pretty much dead flush with the height of the truck. I use it to throw like simple stuff. Today, there's going to be a little bit extra. I'll throw my floor jack in there in case something happens on the trip. It's got baseball gear in it, you know, stuff like that. Another thing that I think these trucks are underrated and nobody ever talks about the bad fuel economy, and most people don't even know when you're comparing, these have 430 geared rear ends and they still have the old 6-speed automatic transmission, which is pretty much dead reliable. And the 430 means you can pull stumps out of the ground all day long. It does suck fuel economy even on the highway. I try not to go much more than 60, 65. If I'm towing, that's all I really want to go anyway, because I don't like towing at higher speeds. You got extra stuff and things moving around that can fly around and get in your way. Don't mind all this. That's the guy I'm letting use my back shop to do a little body work. It's not what we do here. And yeah, so just a tow test and everything on this thing. I got to tow it down to Vancouver, Washington from Tacoma, Washington. So that'll be quite a few miles on the highway. And I'll hook up the vehicle. We'll get out on the road and I'll update you as we go. Hello everyone again. I am loaded up. Got my car shirt on, which is I think a Blip Shift, the smoking tire themed shirt for all you slow people that are in the left lane. Here's the setup again. We got 2021 Tundra 5.7 430 gears, automatic transmission. The specs on that are you looking up. I got a Summit tilt deck. I think it's a 22-foot trailer or 20-foot deck trailer with a tongue. 61 Corvette. Dry weight on the 61 Corvette is like 2,900 and some pounds. Probably, I do not have the top with me, so there's a couple hundred pounds less there. Trailer weight's 2,500 pounds. It's not an aluminum trailer. So we're probably looking not a stressful tow at all. A winch, a couple extra things. We got some weight in the bed. Probably 200 to 300 pounds there, probably another 50 pounds in the box, and I got some stuff in here, and I got me. So still not stressing this truck whatsoever, but this is probably a setup similar to what people might tow with the Tundra. If you got a track day car, you got to have probably a fairly light car, then you're gonna have some tools and stuff with you if you're using a truck like this, possibly a winch in case your car breaks down. The chains, the truck's sitting nice and level, the ground's sloping towards me, squatted a tiny bit, but this setup that I have and the way I load the trailer, as soon as gravity pretty much takes the bed to the ground, that's kind of where I stop the vehicle, and then it normally is fairly balanced on the trailer right there. I know we got some tape. We're trying to just keep the trunk lid from flapping around because it's not locked. And nice bright orange strap so you can see them in the mirrors when you're towing. I do not have tow mirrors. Tundra mirrors are satisfactory for towing unless you got maybe a larger oversized trailer, but simple car trailer, pretty easy. We'll jump in the car and I'll show you. I have the computer resets itself. So I've driven 0.9 miles since I got gas, and from the gas station to here it's dropping because I haven't gone very far, and it's idling like 10 miles a gallon. The computer resets that when you fill it up with gas in the truck. I got to enter my destination and I'll get back to you. I gotta check one more thing quick underneath the car, make sure nothing's loose, it's gonna fall out, and then we'll get on the road. Okay, here we are. We are officially on the road. Just pulled out. See it, the car is back there, and we are headed out. It is a foggy morning. Wasn't even this foggy when I got here, so the fog's kind of rolling in. I had to, because of that, I put the seats in the truck, which are rattling a little, but I got tow haul mode will be on. Like I said, full tank of gas pretty much, and I will update you when I take my first pit stop in about 20-30 minutes, as long as nothing is going wrong that I see traveling, and I'll check the trailer and make sure the straps, everything are tight, because sometimes they loosen up. We'll catch you in a blink of an eye. And just like that, we get up on top of the hill and there's no fog. So we are southbound I-5 getting on in Tacoma, and we're headed down to Vancouver, Washington area. So what is that, 140-ish miles, 130, 125? 65, something like that, one direction. I'm gonna just cruise about 60, 65. I'm in tow haul mode. Base specs on the Tundra. This is an all stock truck. I did not do anything to it as far as there is stock exhaust. It is stock intake, no tune, nothing, just like it was when Toyota shipped to it from the factory. We are, just so everyone knows what I'm doing, this is running, I just had the oil changed Friday, this is Sunday, so I maybe have 150 miles on the oil, brand new oil filter, air filter's clean, we checked all that out, and I'm running 87 octane gas from Costco, because on this date in the lovely state of Washington, gas is $4.19 a gallon, which is not as bad as you guys down in California and a couple other places, but still makes this a spendy fill up when you are getting gas. So that's what I ran on this tank. I don't run Costco gas every time. I normally run Costco gas often, and then every third or fourth tank I'll throw Chevron in, and always just run 87 octane though. I have no additives in the oil, and I have no additives in the fuel other than whatever Costco might put in their stuff. It is 020 oil, that's what they did. We're going into winter. I ran 520 in the summer, but I know some people run 530. I just basically run, at least while I'm under warranty, I get my car, because you get 2 years free maintenance at Toyota. I just let them do what they want to do, and then there's no argument with a warranty issue. And yeah, that's what I do. So here we are again. Like I say, the sun is coming up. Beautiful day. Now I'll set the camera back down, and we'll keep moving. Hello, welcome back. We are about halfway into the trip so far. Covered just over 64 miles, and we've kind of got out of the flatter lands of I-5, which is south of Tacoma. It's fairly flat down through Chehalis, and now we're starting to climb the hills and stuff between kind of Chehalis and Longview before it flattens out. Rolling fog, weather's still good. Temperature's 46 out, which has gone up. Earlier it was 39. As you can see, current gas fuel economy according to the gauge and computer is 13.6 miles per gallon, which is pretty decent, and going a little quicker on this little downhill, but trying to stay between 60 65 miles an hour. The car back there is still looking good. Pulled over, checked my straps, about 20 miles in, everything's still good. As you can see, maybe, I don't know if it's kind of got wide angle, but if you look down there in my view, my mirror, there's a nice bright orange strap that I pay attention to at the back really good. Normally if you start getting slack in straps, you'll see that move around a little bit more than it should, than just a little vibration of bouncing down the road. And so yeah, we're just motoring down the highway. A couple things I like about the Tundra. I'll turn the camera back around. I didn't spend a fortune on this truck, even though it was brand new. This truck's stickered for $45,000. It's got the TRD off-road package, and it has non-JBL, so I didn't get a lot of, no sunroof, none of that stuff, cloth interior. It's an SR5, which is, in my opinion, plenty of truck as far as a Toyota goes. I'm not one to, trucks tend to work more, even though I do drive this daily. I towed quite a bit with it. I've had it a year, and let me check. I got it in June of 2021, so I've had it like a year and 4 months. July, August, September, October. A year and 4 months, and I've got almost 27,000 miles on it. So I do put it through its paces, and I probably have towed over 10,000 miles in that. I plan on changing all the transmission fluids and differential fluids, probably around 50,000, because I do tow so much. I normally don't tow super heavy because it's normally classic cars around, picking them up, running them places, and things like that. On this pretty much same trailer, I've had this trailer since 2019. It works really good for what I do in towing. But like a fully loaded one of these, let's say what, TRD Pro, which you get some better things and better upgrades than even if you get leather, or a 1794 and all that. Those were pushing probably somewhere between 58 and 64,000 depending on the option and everything included when I bought this. So, you know, I'm saved a minimum probably $13,000 buying a lesser truck. The seat is still comfortable. The ride is still comfortable as long as you're not going through Seattle on I-5 where it's still 40-year-old concrete that has all the expansion joints in it. Then this truck gets bouncy. I remember that was one of the drawbacks when this first came out, because it's basically the same truck since 2007. And I had one in 2007, but it was the crew cab, or the bigger cab, the Crew Max. It was an SR5 and everything. Pretty identical truck, just the bigger cab. This time I wanted a bigger bed. And the way the length of the suspension was set up going through I-5, boy, that thing would just kind of bounce you to death. I would like the states to and the federal government to maybe make the roads better, because sometimes you're bouncing so much. And you think of the guys in like the semi trucks in front of us, you know, they're hauling goods and services, bouncing on them same roads. Now a lot of those trucks do have air ride, but not all of them do. Think of all the containers coming in and out of the ports, running down these same freeways, which help beat them up, but those container trucks normally don't have air ride on them, from what I remember in the trucking industry. But that's a little rant about the Tundra, a little rant about roads. Going back, I will update you when I get to my destination, and I will give you what the computer says. I'll see you in a minute. Hello again. I pulled over on the side of the road just to check something out. I heard a little metal rattle, but I think it was just the road and one of the tie-down cleats that I have on the truck rattling a little bit. So I thought, though, because I got an on-ramp with nobody in front of me and everything, I would do still in tow haul, still stock, I'm going to do a light roll and then get on it pretty hard to do 60, and you can see how this Tundra does. So here we go. I think. I didn't floor it from a dead get-go, and you saw that just because I didn't want to jerk the whole trailer and everything, but as soon as I got rolling, I got on it. So a little light pull to 60, and here we are. We're going back down the highway, and we will hit our destination in about 40 miles. Okay, everybody, we are much to the destination, which I'm not going to disclose where I'm dropping the car off. Just got off the freeway. We've traveled so far 130.4 miles, and we are 1 mile from the destination. I'm gonna make this corner. Trip went good. Nothing crazy happened. Checked on our stuff. Currently averaging 13.5 miles per gallon over the 130 mile trip, basically, and that's how it goes. It was still back there, you can see it, all the parts survived, everything was good, and we're gonna go meet up with my father and unload the vehicle. So hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not going to do a return trip. I thought I was gonna, but I'm just going to boogie home instead of back to the office because it's Sunday and I got other stuff I got to do. It took us about, I left around 8:30. It is 10:49 now, and I stopped twice to just check the load as I go because that's what I do. And yeah, hope you liked the video. If you like it, hit the like button, want to subscribe. But I really think these Tundras are a little underrated for what they are, and they get a bad rap for fuel economy, but I think towing about 5,000 pounds down the highway, getting 13.5 miles a gallon is actually not that bad. I took from top off to just below a quarter of a tank of fuel used according to the gauge. You can do the math, 130 miles divided by 13.5, and that'll figure out how many gallons I roughly used. So, that all being said, have a good rest of your day, weekend, and I hope you get out and do things that you like and enjoy doing. Have a good one. Bye.